Hey guys, I'm about to start off the round 21 preview in just a few seconds. I think we're sweet. So, someone from the team or someone DM me if I've stuffed up any tech stuff. I think I am sharing my screen on Discord. I'll start to do the same thing on YouTube, so that should be sweet. And I'll go live on Insta. All right, sweet. Should be good. Sweet. I think we're good. All right, guys. Well, let me know if I've stuffed anything up, but we should be sweet. So we're on Instagram, we're on Discord, and we are on YouTube. So as always, guys, my name's Nakul. I'm the founder of Wicky. You guys obviously know by now, Wicky. If you Google Wicky Linktree, you'll find what you see over here. All the links to our social media, Instagram, TikTok, all that kind of stuff is ready to go right here at the top. And then this is all for last round, but same thing, like the article that I'm going to read off. You know what? I forgot to send one thing. Oopsies. Sweet. Should be good. Oops. Oh, crap. Yeah, okay, sweet. Anyways, all right. So, yeah, Google Wiki Linktree, our social media, our left v right article, odds comparison to our fantasy content. Everything that you want from Wiki is all in one place. So, all right, let's get into it. Guys, this one's going to be a quicker pod. It's round 21. We've got 7 full rounds, 8 games every weekend to go before the NRL finals. You know what I might do in literally like 30 seconds? I might quickly show you guys the NRL ladder. So the Storm are like ahead by, or like, well, at least 2 games and a little bit of points differential as well. So Storm almost definitely going to be getting the minor premiership up against the Eels this week, who are absolutely struggling. It's going to be an interesting fight. So the Sharks obviously missing Nico Hines. So them and the Roosters like are going to be desperately trying to hold on to their top 4 spots, because I reckon Manly and the Bulldogs definitely have a good shot and trying to creep into the top 4. Anyways, I won't go on about this too much, but obviously Broncos last year's grand finalists. Rabbitohs, I've told you guys I've put a few bucks on them at 501 to win the premiership, so I'm hoping they win every week. The Knights with Ponga back, and the Warriors, obviously everyone's second favorite team. They're struggling, but obviously a lot of fans are hoping that they make it through, but it's very unlikely. So I reckon like if we kind of realistically cut it off at Broncos, Rabbitohs, Trell hopefully coming back in a couple of weeks, and then the Knights, they pretty much have to win every game. If they lose one game, that's maybe okay, but that's going to be really interesting to watch. So it is enough NRL ladder chat, but it's just a really, really interesting season that we're going to be following in the next few weeks. So yeah, again, if you just joined, guys, Google Wiki Linktree, all that stuff is all in one place, but I'll close that. I'll stop wasting my time. Stop wasting your time, sorry. Let's get straight into the picks. So guys, I send these picks out to you and the premium guys pretty much at the exact same time. So yeah, if you want to get the best price, make sure you get on. So if you're watching, make sure you watch on the screen on YouTube or on Discord. You'll see the best prices. I'll scroll through once and I'll talk through all the games, because a lot of these prices, remember, I make my picks based on the prices that we've got available. So there's no point me tipping something at 67s and then you getting on a day later at 41s or something like that. That's horrible value. So let's rip straight in. All right, Warriors v the Tigers. I'll double check, but I'm going to assume that this game is in New Zealand. Yeah, it is. So New Zealand Warriors home game. I reckon I think they're about 12-point favorites. The Warriors, they have to win this or their season is absolutely cooked. The Tigers are missing a few players. Bateman's off to England, and a couple of other experienced players are missing as well, but they do get Isaiah Papali'i back. Tips for this game, guys. Latu Fainu, he is the young 19-year-old half. I think he played in school with Lockie Galvin, and they're both 19. But anyways, he's 51 on BetRight. That price will not last long, so make sure you get onto that. Samuela Fainu. So I've been talking about this guy for a while. As a mix of kick-out and Homole Olukwatu. I love this guy. First, second, or third try for him is $15 on Ned, so I really like the price there. Similar to seeing $45 for first try scorer, which if you see him run the ball next to Lockie Galvin on that left edge for the Tigers, is a great price. And my personal favorite play for this game is Fanua Bolle at 67's first try and last try. Always separate plays on 365. A few people have messaged me saying, where do you find the first and last market or whatever on 365? Yeah, I'm not going to type this anymore. Just remember that on 365, they're always separate plays. First try at 67s, last try at 67s. Anyways, Bolle, he scored 2 weeks in a row. Uppy Coruscant is a master at putting middle forwards through, and that 67's price is insane. Bolle won that 67's at 67, to score the last try, I think only 2 weeks ago, or maybe 3 weeks ago. The game looked like it was dead and buried, and he just randomly scored a try, and I was going crazy because it was one of the premium tips for that week. But yeah, really keen on Tigers because obviously they're 12-point underdog, and therefore there's a lot of value. Sorry, I don't just mean that the prices are high, but I genuinely like these two I really like these two as try scorers, and Latu Final is just a play on the price. I think even 41s for someone like him is all right. Eels v Storm, not a lot to say about this game aside from the fact that the Storm, I think everyone thinks that the Storm's going to have it easy, and I do think they will win relatively comfortably. But just one thing to remember, that the Eels guys are probably playing for contracts. They are playing at home as well, and the Storm just went a couple of Origin stars, went straight into this big game against the Roosters that they obviously got up 4-1 pretty easily, and now they got away to Para to play the Eels. Again, I do think the Storm win pretty easily, but just one to be wary of, where it's like that sort of strong favorite team away from home interstate is always a little bit awkward, especially because the Eels do have a decent forward pack, obviously, as well. So get into the tips, guys. Dejan RC, 51s on BetRight to score the first try. Dejan RC, I don't have the stats on me, but he is a decent ball runner, and I think a 51s price for him to score first is insane. Sean Bloor, first and last try, separate plays on 365 at 26s. He was really, really good. Freaking annoying. I forgot exactly the tip, but I think we had him first try last week as well, and he looked really good on that left edge early on, but he just couldn't get the job done and actually score. And I think Grant Anderson, the left side center, scored 2, which is annoying. Harry Grant, first and last try, separate plays, 29s on 365. Pretty good price for Harry Grant, who I think especially against weaker teams, you can just see him backing up or even just crashing over from dummy half. And Tyrant Wishart, I know Munster's on the extended bench, but as long as he obviously doesn't start, Wishart will continue to start. He's been a great try scorer in recent weeks for the Storm, and that 26's price is kind of juicy for first or last try. Separate plays on 365. Broncos v Bulldogs. Now, this game I'm super, super pumped for. The Broncos, last year's grand finalists. I love watching teams when they're expected to win, and they've had a whole bunch of excuses, right? Reynolds has missed quite a few weeks. Walsh has missed quite a few weeks. Haas actually missed about a month or so, I think, around the time of Origin 1 or maybe just before. So they have had their stars that have been out. And even the guys on the periphery, at the moment they're missing their left side back rower, Piakura. He's been injured a couple times this season. Anyways, they've had a whole bunch of excuses, but the Doggies are 6th on the ladder and the Broncos are 11th. You would have thought those two would have been in the opposite position on the ladder. But I'm so excited for this game. You got the Dogs, who have, I think, a 1-5 or something away from home this season. So they've had a crap record away from Sydney or away from their home stadium. They lost to the Bulldogs in a close one last weekend. So I'm really, really keen because these teams will both be really motivated. And it's a 3 p.m. game at Suncorp. It's a dry, fast track, most likely. It's going to be absolutely cracking game. The tips, guys, for this game: Sam Hughes, FTS and LTS 67s on 365. This is probably my favorite play of the game. Adam Reynolds, FTS and LTS separate plays on 365 at $41 odds. The one I like especially is Reynolds' last try score at 41s. He's just one of those guys that backs up, especially late in games. Little guy, I can imagine him sneaking over. Guys, if you join the Discord call, please put yourselves on mute because we record this. I'm going to try to do it myself, but yeah, please mute yourselves. Yep, sweet. All right, let's get back into it. Reed Marnie, first try scorer, 51s on BetRight and a few other bookies as well. Marnie, he scored a try 2 weeks ago, and it's just going to be one of those games where it's tight, sort of grindy affair, and I can see him crashing over. And this price, so kick out, first, second, or third try at $11.50 on Ned. So it's kind of like seeing, about $34 about him for first try, which we would absolutely smash. So, yeah, definitely really like that play as well. So I think kick out, dangerous ball runner. We all know that. Marnie, I kind of explained that. Hughes has actually scored a couple of tries this year, including a first try as well. and Reynolds is just a great price at 41s on 365. Cowboys v Sharks. So this one is a tricky one to read. Like the Sharks, have been really up and down. They've obviously had Nico Hines missing, but like they've almost played better without him in a couple of games. So super unpredictable team. And they're playing away in Townsville as well. Whereas the Cowboys, again, they've also been inconsistent, but they had a really good, close, tight win at home against the Bulldogs last week. So these two teams have played some really interesting games. For people who have been following Wicky for a little bit longer than just the last few sort of weeks or this season, it was the finals in the 2022 season when Tom Gilbert was on the bench and he started the second row, like in the 1 hour change, and I tipped it at 81s. This was before like Wiki Premium and stuff. I used to tip all this stuff and we used to be able to get on without any problems before we, won too much and caused issues and stuff. But anyway, Tom Gilbert did crash over and it was like a bunker review and all that kind of stuff. And Jacob from Tripod made a really good short video, like a reel or TikTok or whatever, about that. And I remember that was one of the big things that kind of like helped Wiki blow up on the Tripod community. But obviously now we do that all the time for Wiki Premium. So that's probably one thing I should say. I never really give Wiki Premium a plug, but if you go to Google, like if you Google Wiki Linktree, you can see here Wiki Premium. I won't chat about it too much, but we do have it for $5 a week now for just the premium odds comparison tool. So I will very quickly show you guys this. Sorry, I didn't actually mean to do this. I just remembered that now that's $5 a week. It's super affordable. But yeah, it's got all the bookies and a bunch more drop downs as well. So I won't sort of go on about it. But for anyone who does punt quite a bit on TriScore, you're only paying $5 a week and you get access to the whole odds comparison tool, which is absolute gold. And obviously, if you're keen for the tips, we do TriScore tips on Tuesday evenings when the markets are out and an hour before each game. So we smash like benchies going to start, etc. So I won't go on about it anymore, but DM me if you have any questions. Otherwise, you have to sign up and we'll add you into the premium channels. But yeah, going back to it. So Cam McInnes, he's actually a really good price for a couple of different markets. So Cam McInnes, first and last separate plays at 67s on 365. Absolutely love that price. The Sharks have scored the most or the second most middle forward tries this year. The Cowboys have leaked the second most, I'm going to say roughly, tries this year to middle forwards as well. So this is a dream matchup for the Cowboys. And we've got Cam McInnes at a juicy price. And I actually found Oregon Kaufusi just before recording this pod. He's actually at the same price on 365 as well. So both of them have scored an early try. I think Oregon scored a first try and Cam McInnes scored a second try or something like that. But they've scored a lot of tries through the middle of the Sharks this season. And on top of that, obviously, the Cowboys leaking them as well, which really helps. And also, so just to repeat, Cam McInnes and Oregon Kaufusi, both middle forwards for the Sharks. They are $67 to score the first or last try, like separate plays on Bet365. On top of that, I also found Cam McInnes' first, second, or third try at 26s on Neds, 26 times 378, and I think there's a decent chance that he actually plays reasonable minutes. I think they just kind of came off the bye. He didn't play Origin 2 or he didn't play Origin 3, obviously. I think there's a decent chance that he's on the field for the third try, and that price is super juicy. And the last one, Cowboys play out Reece Robson. First try scorer at 51s on BetRight. Roosters v Manly, last game of Super Saturday. Josh Alawai, 81s for first or last try, separate plays on 365. I love Alawai as a ball runner generally. It is up against the Roosters, but hey, the Roosters played a really good team in the Storm and couldn't compete. And I sort of rate Manly, not as high as Melbourne, of course not, but they've got Turbo, they've got their forward, they've got Paseka back, who's another one of our tips. So I reckon this is going to be a blockbuster game. And yes, I still do think the Roosters are a better team around the park, but I think Manly have enough strike to compete with them, and why can't they beat them? So anyways, all we need is the boys Alawai or Paseka, who are both first and last try at 81s, separate players on 365. Love them both for this market. Daily Cherry Evans, again, first and last try, separate players, 34s on Bet365, which I really like as well. So we've got 3 games on Sunday. So we've got 3 games to go through in terms of tips, guys. Dragons v Panthers, Tom Eisenhuth, first and last, separate plays, 81s on 365. He's not the most exciting ball runner, but I do like that price. And I always mention this. It's not like you don't go into a game tipping that there's going to be an injury and this guy might move, etc. But Ison Hughes has filled in the centers a couple of times now. So that last try, 81s, imagine like the game's over, they're down by 24 points, 5 minutes to go, and he fills in at center because someone's injured, and we've got a ticket on him for 81s for last try. So yeah, really like, or I won't say really like, I like Tom Ison Hughes 81s. Jerome Luai, first, second, or third try, $11.50 on Neds. Really like that. They're obviously strong favorites in this game. Luai will be high on confidence after the Origin win, and it's like saying roughly $34 for the first try, which I know we'd absolutely love for the Panthers half against the Dragons. Dolphins v Titans, some really good prices here. So Kieran Foran, first try at 51s on BetRite. He did this around a month ago, and I was pissed off because like Foran and Hastings keep scoring like early in games, and you just look at them and you're just like, these guys should not be running the ball. They look like they're broken, but he keeps doing it. So anyways, we found a nice price about Foran, 51s on BetRite, first try scorer. And Jaden Campbell, first and last, separate plays, 29s on 365. He's been in an electric form. And yes, the Dolphins are a good team, but Jaden Campbell's been in great form. That $29 price tag is really juicy. And Aaron Clark, 81s on BetRite for first try. Again, I'm going to assume that if I'm going live with this and the premium boys are hitting this and we're going live, like this price will not last long, unfortunately. But if you find something like around 71 or 76 for Aaron Clark, I really like him as a ball runner. Short, nuggety guy. Like all things Aaron Clark, and hopefully he crashes over for us on Sunday. Last game, guys, Raiders v Rabbitohs, ton of value for this one, so this should be super exciting. Davi Mawale, first and last try, separate play, 67s on 365. It's super annoying. Like, I obviously want all our tips to win all the time, but like usually we're obviously going to have more winners for premium because there's a lot more tips, and we get on early on Tuesdays and we get on an hour before every game. So it's like, as good as the value can get, like we will go get that value. That's a shit way to say it, but you know what I mean. Anyway, so we found Mawale at 67s. Who are they playing? Up against the Tigers? Like, I might be getting my wires crossed here. But anyways, like last weekend, and it won, Mawale crashed over, won at 67th, and I was like, hell yeah. And like, it's annoying if I keep bragging about a premium winner on the free chat. But then it happened like 2 other times on the weekend. We won at Farlongo, LTS at 29s, and we won Lukey first try scorer in the last game of the round at 29s as well. So it ended up being a really like a good week for premium, and obviously it's been 2 or 3 weeks in a row of really bad results for the article tips, which does suck. Like, I know that premium will do better than the article tips, but it's just been frustrating the last couple of weeks because it's we've had no multi winners, or we've had like one multi get up, and none of the article tips get up. So hopefully, as you can see in the article, I'm pretty confident. There's a lot more picks, and I'm super confident with the picks. With the prices this week. So fingers crossed we get a little bit of luck for the article tips. But anyways, David Mawale, I think he's got 2 or maybe even 3 tries this season. First and last try, separate plays, 67s on 365. Sean Kepi, again, don't love him as a ball runner, but he's an energetic ball runner. And I know this sounds weird, but like there's some guys like a Jason Taumalolo, when he started his career, he was a beast. And you're just like, yeah, I can see this bloke running over guys. With a Sean Kepi, I don't always think you need to run over guys. Sometimes it's just energy and effort. So Alawai from Manly is a good example of, I don't think he's like a beast who's going to, like Paseka looks like he's going to run over players. Alawai it's just leg drive and he keeps pushing. And I put Sean Kepi in that bucket. He knocks the ball on so much. I don't even think he should be a starting middle forward for an NRL team, but he does try. And up against the Raiders, it's not like they're having an amazing season either. 91s on BetRite for Kepi is a great price. Even 81s and above, I'd definitely be able to sort of get on that for fun. Cook, we won on him first and last try at 51s and 41s, I think, so far this season. Again, we find him at 41 for first and last try separate on 365. Love that play. Strange, 13s on Neds to score the first, second, or third try. He's back to his favorite left side. The Raiders look better with Fogarty controlling the team. Strange kind of just like run the ball and play his natural game. That's a great price, I think, on Strange. And a sneaky one, Zach Hosking, last try score on 41s on Neds. He came on after about 30 minutes, I'm going to say, last game, and basically played the game out on an edge, I'm pretty sure. So whatever the numbers were, like you kind of know that even if he's off the bench, he will be playing as an edge player. And I think it was, well, I assume Whitehead would have to move, maybe get benched and then play in the middle rotation to finish the game because you're not moving Hudson Young on that left side. So 41's awesome price about Hosky. I reckon like a fair price for that. If he's on the field, he's probably like 25 to 30, and you're getting 41s pre-game on Dabble, which I absolutely love. So that's it, guys. Obviously, as I said, 7 rounds to go. We're going to be sort of a little bit more streamlined with our content. So your odds comparison tool, the punters preview article, the left, free, right, live potty that I'm doing now, all that stuff will be free. Google Wiki Linktree. Our Discord just cracked 5,000 finally, just after Origin 3, which is awesome. But yeah, it's been a wild ride this last 4 years. And as I said, guys, this is the last year of Wiki Premium. It's just a lot of work, and Wiki is my full-time gig, as I mentioned to you guys. So I really need to prioritize making more revenue from this business. So I can't be doing as much stuff that I'm doing at the moment, essentially for free. So the community, the Discord, which has more than 5,000 people, our website, as much of the tools and bits and pieces that we can do for free will obviously be continuing into next season. So don't worry, Wiki's not going anywhere. So yeah, hope we nail a few winners for the rest of the season. Always punt responsibly. And hopefully see you guys in the Discord. Cool. All right. Enjoy the full 8 games this weekend of round 21 of the NRL. Good luck.